turned out really good.
Sounds great to me. Now that Gregg has finished rebuilding my djembe, he is going to add one of his special ergonomic handles.
So because this one's a little heavy, I'm going to make a kind of a double layered one.
Okay.
So what I do is I measure the rope by spread of my arms,
Yeah.
and then I'm going to add a good amount, just because I want to make this double strength.
Okay.
Single strength would just be one length.
Okay.
So I'm going to cut it right about here. And burn the ends right away. They'll just keep fraying if you don't do this right away.
Yeah.
Even on the part you're not using. So once again, I'm going to take my rope and I'm going to cut it or measure it in half.
The handle will be placed at the tail side of the skin.
Oh, we're going underneath these bottom little horizontals here. I want to come up through here, so I'm going to go through here. I'm going to go up through there, and then I'm going to go up through this one. So come under here. And so this is where ultimately I'm going to come right through there. But first, pull it all the way through. And then I'm going to make a daisy chain. What you do is you just start with one loop at the bottom. Just loop it through itself. And that's your base loop, right? I don't want it to be too big, just kind of about like that.
Okay.
And then you just loop it through itself. Loop the loop. There's one other loop.
Right.
There's another loop.
Right. So
And just continue to the top of the drum, keeping them as even as your eyeball will allow. Usually you get about a dozen of them in there. And when you get up to the top, you simply run it through the end, and that holds it.
Mm-hmm.
But if I wanted to undo it, you just undo that top one and pull it, and the whole thing will come out.
Right.
The same one is equal as possible.
Yeah.
And it usually works out within a link or two, or maybe a link.
This is how you start any crocheting project.
Okay, there is. That's why people always say it reminds them of crochet.
Yeah, because it is. It's how you. I mean, but you do it
Because
with a
it
hook.
is, yeah.
You could actually do this with a big hook.
Okay. So now they both look pretty even.
Uh-huh.
Looking at the bottom, looking at the top. Going to run this one through. They look pretty even.
Yep.
Yep, I'd say so. And
Very
then we're going to
nice.
run right up through this
Okay.
loop right here. That way, and then over this way.
Oh, bring it down the other side. Okay.
And then bring it up through that
Oh,
side.
that's where you get that
and down through the
beautiful
other, and then we're going to lace them.
double thing here.
Yep, and that's where you get your little double thing at the top. Once again, your strongest point is right there. All right?
Yep.
And we have these two ends. Now we're just simply going to lace the two chains together. So go through that one there. Go through this one. Start bringing them together to make the handle. It's as simple as that.
And are you going? Yeah, you're going into every stitch.
Yep, every stitch.
Yep.
You know, you can skip them if you want to, but it's stronger if you don't.
Right.
Just keep working our way down. Keep it tight. So when you do pull it, right, you got a good strong handle. A lot of rope to hold on to. And ergonomically correct because you're lifting it from the top of
From the right place. No, ergonomically it is,
Perfect.
yeah, indispensable.
Okay, so now at the bottom, since I've got some rope left over, I'm going to cross over this way at the bottom. Usually I would just tie it off down there. But I'm actually going to go back up the drum.
Oh, okay.
To make it a little stronger, because this drum is kind of heavy, even though it's small.
Oh, yeah.
So now I just choose the outer one.
Yeah.
I'm actually going to start right up here.
Yeah.
That was just kind of making a thicker
Because this is more of a way to
thicker
get
handle.
Yeah.
It makes it a little stronger.
Yeah.
It makes the drum feel lighter. It's an optional illusion, but it works.
An optional illusion.
Yeah.
That's what you said.
Okay. Then I'm going to tie it off underneath here.
Yeah.
So I just simply tie it to, I'm going to tie just a regular little square knot. There we go.
Okay.
Now, just simply going to tie each strand to itself, cut and burn.
Alrighty.
And that'll hold it all in place. And that way.
And then when you pull the verticals, you can do that with this in place, or do you have to?
Yeah,
do
you
that?
can actually. You got to kind of work around it a little bit, but it's possible. Very good and melty. Both surfaces. One more, and we have our done. When we have done the drum, gourmet djembe style.
We've got a handle on it now. Thank you, Gregg, for all your work in bringing this beautiful djembe back to life. To see Gregg's complete rebuild of this drum, go to the link in the description below.